Coach Brumlow was the head coach at the time, and he recruited me, and we won the basketball championship, Board Conference. The only time in school history that both football and basketball won a conference championship. One of the most embarrassing things that ever happened to me in my life. Playing at home, right out there on Kid Field. We had one little bar, it's all the face masks had. One little bar about that big around, right here. And I used to have a long chin. I looked like an Neanderthal man. And I made a tackle, and that bar got under my chin. They tried to come out there and get it off, and the stands were going wild. Because my nickname was Poor Devil. And they had to get me off the field, take the screwdriver and take that mask off to get it up. I had this one English teacher, she only had her one time. She was a Yankee, and she was working on a doctorate's degree, and she was working on linguistics. And I took a test, and she sent it back, and I'd flunked it. I was trying to correct it. I finally raised my hand. She said, "What is it, Mr. Cranford?" And I said, "Just how do you spell it?" And she said, "Use it in a sentence." I said, "It isn't right." And she said, "It isn't right." And I said, "That's right. Don't you mean it isn't right?" I said, "No, it isn't right. I never use isn't in my life, or it is not right." And she invited me into her room. And this was back, I read Playboy. And that's when the teacher, I thought, here I am, a stud. And she was going on. So she gets in there and she shuts the door and she said, "Mr. Cranford." "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Would you record for me?" I said, "Do what?" She said, "Would you just sit here and talk and record for me?" I said, "Sure." I passed. I got a seat. And all I had to do was just sit there and talk, because she was getting it in linguistics and nobody had ever heard me. She had never heard anybody talk like me. I saw her coming. She was 5'2" as she stood on her tiptoes, weighed at 100 pounds. Here she comes, good looking. Here she comes. I gave her the look. And she came up and I said, "Hi." She said, "I think I met you." And I said, "Oh, I don't think so." I said, "Well, you may not remember it." I was a Kappa Sig. And he said, "I met you at a Kappa Sig party, and you was hanging by the rafters from your knees, looking down girls' dresses." And I said, "Oh, no, not me. That couldn't have been me." And we talked on, and I said, "Well, what are you doing tonight?" I said, "How about a date tonight?" She said, "Well, I got one." And I said, "Who is?" She said, "Kenny Baldwin." I said, "Kenny Baldwin? He's the third team center. I'm the star." So she broke the date. Second date, we were pinned. Fifth date, we were engaged. That was in September. January, and midterm, we got married January 21st. And we lived until she died. We had 23 years. So that's about the most important thing that happened to me. Meeting my wife, she was a fantastic person. And of course, I'm fantastic too.